behind the right side of the batter's box as you face out in the field here. Nice quiet crowd compared to the Chinese Taipei contingent that was here earlier, banging drums and making lots of noise for their team. And Puerto Rico as well, lively crowd, bringing a big contingent to watch their teams. On the mound for Covina, number 44, Eric Duran, facing number 6, Daniel Gonzalez. The official roster for Laredo does not show positions, so we'll figure out where everybody is in just a second. We'll let you know where these players are. And that's a high fly ball into center field. Gonzalez registers out number 1. Cadena jogs his way back to first. Covina registers its first out. Coming to the plate, number 3, Andrew De Leon. Order a little different from what I've got here, but number 3, De Leon, is batting in the number 3 spot, facing Duran. And there goes Cadena. Safe at second as Cadena, the speedster, runs into second base head first. Safe. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. No runs were scored in the first half of the inning. Covina the visitor, Laredo the home team. The right-hander Duran facing the right-hander De Leon with a runner on second and 1 out. The catcher Carlos Cruz, who was a member of the home run derby yesterday, belted 6 over the fence, but got into a swing off with De La Villa from A5. De Leon. There goes the runner. Safe at third is Cadena, sliding head first.
He's out there showing real speed, already sealing second, sealing third, showing his presence on the base pass. As we know, he's also a really good power hitter.
And De Leon now walks over to first. We've got runners on the corners with 1 out. Number 21, Roman Martinez, steps into the batter's box to face Duran with runners on the corner and 1 out. Bottom of the first inning here at the Buena Vista Sports Complex. Tony Palomino World Series action brought to you by our title sponsor, HEB. Our box score sponsor, Laredo Federal Credit Union, LFCU, celebrating 70 years. STX Media, State Representative Richard Raymond as well, one of our sponsors. Big promoter of youth sports here in Laredo. Ringo's Barbecue and Burgers. Here live with Tony Palomino World Series action. This morning's games were pleasant. Light breeze in the 90s, sweater weather for Laredo. Now it's a crispy 107 degrees out here. The field's got to be at least. There it goes into center field, and the center field is not going to make the play. That's going to get out there. And that stand-up double drives in a run. And Laredo extends its lead 3-0 over Covina here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, no, Laredo established itself there early with the offense right now. First 5 batters, it's already 3 runs in. They're going to be a great day right now if you're Laredo.
Duran on the mound for Covina fires strike 1 to number 5, Michael Guerra. And we'll get a revised lineup here. Just bear with us. 1-1 the count to Guerra. Runner at second. 2 outs. 3-0. Bottom of the first. Here in Laredo, Texas. Big shout out to HEB, our sponsor. And that's a foul ball. CNR Heart Institute. Dr. Ricky Cigarroa. Trashco, our good friend Jerry Resendez at Trashco Enterprises. STX Media for the use of their billboards. Foul ball. And Rosas Enterprises, Rotex, Andy's Mobility, Andy's Auto Air, Andy's Service Center, and Air Conditioning. And that's the last out, but not before Laredo puts 3 on the board as we go to the top of the second inning, and we will take a short commercial break.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us.
Pitcher keeping the runner honest at first there. Thank you to our sponsors, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, Dr. Marco Martinez. The Little Medical Center, Buena Vista ER, right down the street from here. And that's a strike to Cordova from Hernandez. Nobody out here. Top of the second inning. Second batter for Covina, Aaron Cordova.
If you wake up there, kid.
As we broadcast you from the Buena Vista Sports Complex here in Laredo, Texas. Swing and a miss by Cordova. Good catch. Laredo leading 3-0, bottom of the second. Runner at first, nobody out. Hernandez checking his runner. Number 12, Cordova, the right-hander in the batter's box. Julio Cesar Hernandez, the pitcher on the mound. Third game of the day, first of the evening in the doubleheader. Game at 6, we have another game at 8:30. This game features 2 teams who do not have a loss, Laredo and Covina, California. Hernandez delivers. Aaron Cordova at the plate. 1 runner on, nobody out. 3-0 Laredo. Hernandez looks and fires. And that's 3. And he catches Cordova looking. For out number 1. And now, number 21, Anthony Ayala for Covina. Face Julio Cesar Hernandez, the right-hander on the mound. 1 out, 1 runner on. And that one is going outside. Number 44, Eric Duran, in the on-deck circle. Well, Venegas on first, waiting to advance, as Anthony Ayala batting. And that's a strike. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the second inning. Laredo leading 3-0. a foul ball. Both teams have not lost. Both teams looking to advance into the championship bracket. Chinese Taipei this morning having an excellent game.
They sure did. They showed off the bats and the pitching. They showed real superb discipline out there on the field. As well as Puerto Rico, they played themselves a heck of a ball game, making it tight through 7.
Sure did. Hernandez delivers. Swing and a miss. Goes strike 3. Ayala goes down swinging. So with 2 outs and 1 runner on, number 44, Eric Gudan, the pitcher, makes his way to the batter's box. Warm Saturday evening, we can call it that. 107 degrees earlier. May still be in that range right now. And that's a ball from Hernandez to Duran. 1 runner on, 2 outs, 3-0 Laredo leading. Shout out to our sponsors, Ringo, D&D Homes, and Javier Montemayor, attorney at law, as Hernandez throws another ball to Duran. Right-hander Hernandez trying to close out the inning here. Swing and a miss by Duran. 2-1 to count. 2 outs. 1 runner on. Oh, and that's awfully close.
Looks like the breaking ball is kind of backing up a bit here on Hernandez. As earlier, as you saw in the first batter of the inning, he did drill a guy in the back. See if he can find his rhythm here throughout. Covina batter's just trying to find a way on right here, score some runs.
3-1 the count. That's well outside, and that's going to walk Duran. It'll bring up Caleb Copalugo. And ladies and gentlemen, if you hear me mispronounce one of your players' names, please, by all means, let us know. We'll correct that. Copalugo, Caleb Copalugo coming in to face Hernandez with 2 runners on and 2 outs. That's low and outside for ball 1 to Caleb Copalugo.
Yeah, no, Copaluga right here just needs to find a way on, get the top of the order up, put Covina right here in a good spot, even with 2 outs, is what you always want, is that top of the order getting up there.
Copaluga, the second baseman for Covina, California. And Hernandez, the pitcher for Laredo. A little bit of coaching coming from Manolo. One runner on, nobody out. Second batter of the evening, of the inning, and that's a chopper to first. No, I'm sorry, pitcher on the first. We're out number 1.
No, good play right there by Duran, just getting off the mound, getting an out right there. As he's going to face Hector Cadena, the leadoff man for Laredo, third batter of this inning.
At second, Hector Cadena, who participated in the home run derby yesterday, knocking 5 over the fence, takes a foul tip as pitch number 1 from Duran. And that's right down the third baseline, foul. 0-2 the count to Covina. Runner on, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, Laredo leading 3-0. Tony Palomino World Series action. .44 Duran, the pitcher. And nice grab by 13, Evan Uribe at first base to keep that from slipping away. 2 outs now, runner at third, number 6, Daniel Gonzalez is coming in to the batter's box to face the right-hander Duran, the left-hander Gonzalez, trying to drive a run in with a runner at third. Takes a low ball 1. Number 9, the speedy Jacob Copian, now at third base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And the game being brought to you by HEB, our title sponsor. Strike to Gonzalez. Duran on the mound for Covina, California, who has not lost in this tournament yet, facing Laredo, down 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. 2-1 the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. The vantage point we have here doesn't let us quite see the Blues and sickle fully. And the scoreboard sometimes is keeping those counts accurate and sometimes not. So right now, 3-1 the count. Gonzalez, the lefty, facing the right-hander Duran on the mound for Covina. 3-1 the count. 2 outs, runner at third. And the pitch inside. He'll walk Gonzalez to put runners on the corners. And number 3, Andrew De Leon, courtesy runner for De Leon, the catcher. Number 1, Armando Lozano, will courtesy run for De Leon. Runners on the corner, and Duran fires one high to Andrew De Leon. Gonzalez, I'm sorry, was the one who got a courtesy run. Lozano running for Gonzalez. A little high there with Duran. 2-0 the count, 2 outs, runners on the corners, 3-0 Laredo. Bottom of the second inning. Game brought to you by Laredo Federal Credit Union. LSU, the big folks over there, Rafael Martinez, president of Laredo Federal Credit Union. Now Rodriguez heading up their marketing department. My good friend, Andre Gonzalez, heading up IT. We talk a lot. And that's inside, and that's going to walk De Leon to load the bases with 2 outs. Duran battling to stay on the mound as the coaches begin to look and consider. And here comes the coach, number 35. I'm not going to say what the young man said yesterday, but during the home run derby, he said that he had to use a player to pitch and not the coach. And when I asked, where's your coach? He said, he's sitting over there. He's a little up in age. He's got a lot of wisdom and experience, he said. Wouldn't tell me what is now visual here. And it looks like they are going to make the pitching change. Duran will head to the dugout. And they're going to bring on a new pitcher. And Duran will head out to left field. And a little swap in gloves here between the players. And headed to the mound is number 12. Number 12, Aaron Cordova, will take over the pitching duties here in the bottom of the second inning. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize if we've got a little bit of lag and some choppiness with our video. The Wi-Fi is non-existent here at Buena Vista. All of us had to bring in our own Wi-Fi. Brand new facility, $45 million, but it is out on the edge of town, so not a lot of infrastructure close by. No visible cell phone antennas anywhere. And so even the concession stand is operating on Starlink. Not much out here as we continue to try to battle through the technology here at the Buena Vista Sports Complex. There's a shortage of power outlets as well, and so our cameras are operating on portable battery stations. Jackeries, although they're not a sponsor of the tournament, Jackeries and the good folks over at Harbor Freight provided us with some creditors so that we could continue to power through the game, even though we don't have outlets close by. One of the challenges here for this new complex and our first ever broadcast from Buena Vista. Now tomorrow we'll head off to Unitrade Stadium, home of the Tepelotes of Los Laredos, Mexican League team. Plays on both sides of the border. Those bad hombres playing in the Mexican League. And they will play host to us there at Unitrade. Championship game eventually will be played at Unitrade Stadium there on Monday night. At least 4 games tomorrow, maybe 3 games on Monday. Outside. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third. Tom Lozano, the batter for Covina. Julio Cesar Hernandez on the mound for Laredo. And that is strike 3 for Lozano. Out number 1. Number 13, Evan Uribe stepping into the batter's box.
Yeah, no, heck of a pitch right there by Hernandez, getting him with the slider looking. See what Uribe does right here in his second at-bat here in this ball game, as he's the number 2 hole hitter for Covina, California. Takes a pitch on the outer half.
And that will be ball 1 to Uribe. We're doing some adjusting to the cameras there, so you might see a little change in brightness and color. Just as the sun sets into them, we're adjusting the white balance, so bear with us as we adjust the colors. Camera you see there is at low home right now. And that's a strike. Uribe the batter, Hernandez the pitcher. 1 out here, top of the 3rd inning. And that's going to be a ball. We're going to try to adjust the images here, I finally get an updated lineup for Laredo. I saw that come through finally. Big shout out to Mile One of our sponsors. 2 outs now here in the top of the third inning. Number 4, Carl Cruz coming in. I can't see if that's Carl. Yep, that's Carl Cruz coming in. And that one goes high to center field. And that's going to be out number 3. I'm sorry, out number 2. Out number 2. Boy, that scoreboard has really got me loopy. I can't see. It says 2 outs and it stayed 2 outs. All right, Carlos Cruz now. The catcher coming to the plate. Hernandez is still on the mound for Laredo. Tony Palomino World Series action coming to you live from Laredo, Texas. Our high home camera I can see is coming on. There's a chopper to third. And that's out. There's a tap on the head. Nifty little play there by the first baseman who came off the bag but was able to give him a nice little tap on the top of the head for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the third inning with Laredo leading 6-0 here at the Buena Vista Sports Complex. And we'll be right back.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida a las 24 horas los 7 días de la semana, desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
Bottom of the third inning here. The leadoff batter for Laredo facing Cordova, the pitcher for Covina. And because our lineup is not an accurate lineup just yet, we're making some adjustments here. And that's a strike to the batter. And we'll get him called out for you in just a second. Make sure we get his name right. Cordova on the mound for Covina, trailing 6-0 here in the bottom of the third. Number 33, Frankie Cantu belts that into center field.
Yeah, no, solid piece of hitting right there. That's the right approach when you want to lead off, and then you just got to get on there. let the rest of the offense take over for them from that point on. Cordova right here is probably trying to look for a ground ball, get himself a double play, hopefully get his team back in and out of the dugout in a short amount of time.
Aaron Cordova, the pitcher, has a runner on, nobody out here. And now facing number 5, Michael Guerra. And nice bunt, a little hard, but he advances the runner. Good small ball there. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner at second, and number 9, Jacob Compian, who has a set of wheels on him.
Yeah, he showed it off last at bat with that bunt single.
Will be facing Cordova, the reliever. Shout out to HEB, our title sponsor. Great partners, great community partner here in Laredo, Texas. And that one is going to go foul right along that first baseline all the way out in right field. So that'll give a 1-2 count to Guevara. STX Media, our sponsors, thank you for letting us use your billboards to announce the return of the World Series to Laredo. Laredo Federal Credit Union, and that one is coming back into the concourse. In the old days, if you got that and turned it back into the concession stand, you would get a free snow cone. That doesn't happen anymore. Rotex Trucking, one of our other sponsors. Shout out to Richard Rosas and his group. Mile 1, Cesar Hernandez. And the folks from the Laredo EDC, also big sponsors. Cigarroa Heart Institute, Dr. Ricky Cigarroa. Thank you for your gracious donation. Oh, and that hurt. La Posada Hotel, one of the host hotels here. Beautiful, historic La Posada. Laredo Medical Center's Buena Vista ER, right down the street here from the sports complex. And the Speedy Compian knocks one down third, baseline foul.
Yeah, no, he's just up there battling, just trying to stay alive right here. That's
and
about.
We have a runner at second here. With 1 out, bottom of the 3rd, Laredo leading 6-0. Aaron Cordova on the mound. Compian is going to punch one over the right field. And here comes the runner. And Compian showing off why we say he's got a set of wheels as he gets on to third base on that fly ball to right field.
Yeah, no, he put a great piece of hitting. He battled for about 4 in a row foul. Gets one to dump in there. Errant throw from the right fielder, bounces over the catcher. Compian advances all the way to third.
Aaron Cordova still on the mound for Covina, battling here. And that one's going to punch through the second, out into the right field, scores the Speedy Compian. So one more run added, 1 out, 1 runner on, 1 run scored so far here in the bottom of the 3rd. And top of the order for Laredo, Hector Cadena was about to approach the batter's box when blue calls time. Coach headed over to the mound as Laredo's lead extends to 8-0. And the big fear is that after 5, if you're trailing by 10 or more, that's the game. So while we've got some airtime here, let us say thank you again to some more of our sponsors. We have quite a few that came on this year to help us out. Dr. Marta Martinez, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, Trashco Enterprises, Jerry Resendez and his group, our good friend George over at Ringo's Barbecue. Go down there and take on the Tombstone Challenge. Almost 3 pounds of meat that you got to put down, sandwiched between 2 delicious jalapeno cheddar buns. Great burger, the Tombstone Challenge. If you're not up for it, try the Doc Holiday at Ringo's Barbecue and Burgers. Andy's Air, Andy's Mobility, and Andy's Service Center, our good friends from the Rosas Enterprises, Rotex. We've got one out here, one runner on. 2 runs have scored so far. Top of the order, Hector Cadena, now in the batter's box facing the pitcher, Aaron Cordova. And that's a little hot. Shout out to D&D Homes. Joe Barron, one of the hosts of 3 Men and a Mic, had a great podcast out here with yours truly, Gene Belmontes, and Javier Montemayor, attorney at law. And there goes Cadena punching one out over shortstop. And a sliding double pushes runner to third. Cadena sliding into second.
Again, great piece of hitting here by Laredo, honestly. They've been on a good roll right now this game. Covina just trying to find answers right now.
And they're struggling to do so, with Laredo leading them 8-0 here in the bottom of the third. Only 1 out, 2 runners on, both in scoring positions. Cordova facing number 6, the left-hander, Daniel Gonzalez. Gonzalez having himself a good tournament as well. Has 2 runners on and puts that one over shortstop. And that's going to land right in front of the center fielder. But that will score another run. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, runners are now at the corners, and Covina has given up another run, and it is now 9-0 here in the bottom of the third. Courtesy runner coming in for Gonzalez. Number 1, Armando Lozano, the courtesy runner. Gonzalez coming back to get his gear on.
And keep those legs fresh in this heat. It's still pretty hot for about being about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. This evening, I mean.
You bet. You bet. Andrew De Leon, number 3, in the batter's box with runners in the corners. Yeah, Speedy Lozano looking to take a little extra lead. Shout out to Javier Montemayor, attorney at law, one of our sponsors. State Representative Richard Raymond, big supporter of youth here in Laredo, District 42, House of Representatives, state of Texas. And that's a foul ball. STARS, Scholarship Foundation. The STARS Foundation puts on a great event every year and then raise money for scholarships for South Texas students. Steve Lamantia and his group put that on. And what could have been an out at second is dropped by the second baseman. Good throw by the catcher. Carlos Cruz.
Yeah, no, ball was just a bit mishandled there. He probably went for the tag before he caught the baseball. Sure enough, it goes in and out of the glove. Runner advances to second on a stolen base.
And that one goes right over the shortstop again. That's going to roll into center field. 2 runs will score. And De Leon bangs out a stand-up double and drives in 2 more RBIs. And so now the score will shift and it'll be 11 to nothing here in the first game of the evening doubleheader. Another game coming on here at 8:30. I want to recognize Playmore Family Entertainment Center. Playmore recently lost its founder, Roquevela Sr., who just passed away. A legend and a giant in our community. Former school board member, former county commissioner, Vietnam veteran, highly decorated. Passed away this last week. We sorely missed in our community. One of my favorite people, one of my mentors, great businessman. We're sad to see you go. The world's a little darker without you. Roquevela Sr., rest in peace. And we've got a pitching change coming here. Number 45, looks like Reed Bowden. Reed Bowden. If we have somebody from Covina who can let me know, or maybe Reese, that's what it is. It's Reese Bowden, I believe. Reese Bowden is our reliever coming in, the right-hander, big unit. Trying to close the door on this inning. There's only 1 out, and Laredo has put on 5 runs in this inning and now lead 11-0. And so while we remain live, continue to roll, and our sponsors' logos up in the right-hand corner of the screen. I'll call them out as I see them. Andy's Auto Air, Andy's Service Center, Trash Co., Jerry DeSantis, our good friend, Ringo's Barbecue, Danny's Restaurant. Took my staff to Danny's earlier today. Let me tell you, if you haven't had a Dom Pequeño plate at Danny's, you haven't lived. My mom used to tell me that you shouldn't eat Mexican food north of San Antonio. But we found some good spots out there, but Danny's is hard to beat.
That it is. They give really good food out there and have really good service.
That they do. They never let your cup or glass go empty, do they?
No, they do not. 10 out of 10 hospitality and service by them, for sure.
You betcha. Want to give a loud shout out to UISD and the United Independent School District bus drivers who have so graciously driven all of our players back and forth from the hotels to the venue to all the different outings that were assembled for them here in Laredo. Thank you to those bus drivers. They do it every year. They can't wait to have the teams come back. Thank you, UISD. And that's the first pitch from our new pitcher, Reese Bowden. And we think it's Reese Bowden. We don't know. We can't. Sometimes when we get these rosters and these lineups, it looks like my doctor wrote the lineup. I bet I could take that over to the local pharmacy and get my prescription filled. Reese Bowden fires outside. Runner at second. The runner at second in our box score is showing 2 runners on, but we only have 1 runner. And the batter, facing that new pitcher, takes one inside, number 21, Roman Martinez. One runner on. Our box score has three. Has two on, but there's only one. One out, one runner on. Roman Martinez in the batter's box. And that's a strike to Martinez. IBC Bank. They do more at IBC Bank. Dennis Nixon, Jerry Schwebel, and our good friend Gabriel Castillo, who helped put together the sponsorship for us. One at second base, one at first base. Bowden, the pitcher who's coming in relief. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to apologize for our box scores being incorrect, but we'll get those right shortly. We have one out, two runners on, one at first, one at second. Number 45, Reese Bowden, is the pitcher. And De Leon is the batter. And De Leon is the batter. I take that back. Number 7 is in now. I take that back. Number 7 is in now. And that is Alejandro Galvan. Title sponsor HEB and the good folks at Whataburger. Hard to beat a Whataburger. Good job by Carlos Cruz to keep that in front of him as that one hit the dirt. With one out and two runners on, Galvan trying to drive in some more runs, although they lead by a sizable 11-0. And that one's going to go into the shortstop. One out of that. So runners on the corners. Force out at second. Runner makes it second safely to first. And in a game brought to you by STX Media, we now have number 33, Frankie Cantu, stepping into the batter's box.
Yeah, no, just get yourself another ground ball again. Almost had the double play to get out the inning. You're just searching for an answer right here if you're Covina.
Big thank you to Belinda Guerra and her folks over at Z93. Big buck. And here comes the right fielder trying to get on his horse, and he misjudges that, and it drops in front of him.
Looks like the wind played a bit of a factor there. Wind changed direction from this morning. Now it's starting to blow in from the northeast at about 13 miles an hour, gusting at 27. It's going to play a big role with any ball in the air.
You betcha. Now, they say there are going to be some thunderstorms rolling through here tomorrow. We'll see about that. Shout out to LISD, always a big supporter, making their field available to us if we need it. Last year, we were able to play there at 2 years ago at Veterans. Z93, Big Buck, and Belinda Guerra and her folks, who loaned us the Casablanca Ballroom at no charge to host the first ever Pony Palomino Bronco World Series meet and greet. Over 700 participants showed up. All the teams were fed. All the coaches were fed. Some people even got seconds. Sponsored by HEB, Danny's, and all the cooking done by Rotex Trucking and Truck Center and Monarch Tracking. With a runner at first and a runner at third. That's a high foul ball. I think that's going to hit our deck. And it goes into the concourse. Runners at first and runners at third. try to bring some accuracy to you here, best we can. Laredo Federal Credit Union, our sponsor of the box score. Thank you to Rafael Martinez and his group. State Representative Richard Raymond, Javier Montemayor, attorney at law, and Laredo Medical Center's Buena Vista ER, right down the street from the complex here. And there goes the runner, and they're going to let him go. And number 5 is going to walk. Michael Guerra walks to first. And so now all those boxes should be filled in our box score. We have bases loaded, 2 outs here, bottom of the third, Laredo leading 12-0. And Reese Bowden just tags Compian right on the number 9. And that will add another run, 13-0 here. Bases remain loaded. All of those blocks are covered. Shout out to Playmore Family Entertainment Center. Our graphics are off the screen for just a second as they reset, reboot, and redo whatever they got to redo to get it right. High fastball from Bowden. And it looks like a commercial just popped on in the middle of our play here. We'll see if we can get that fixed. And that's a high fly ball. Shallow second. Drifting. And you're right, that wind is carrying it. That's out number 3, and that'll do it for inning number 3, but not before 7 runs come across the plate. And we'll take a brief commercial message right now.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible.